What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to episode 61 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. What's up, dude?
When this comes out, we'll have our first Littleroot qualifier, so congrats to whoever won that.
Yeah, how's it feel to win one?
I'm not playing. I'm not allowed to play in them at the moment, so.
Yeah, I am not playing in it because I had to work. You're not playing in it because you're TOing.
Yep.
We have our first Rumble on Wednesday, which I'm going to be hosting and possibly also playing in.
I'll be probably playing in that one.
I have a team that I want to play because it's super sweet, and I haven't really told anyone about it. Like, I know you and Aaron and Angelo know, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, no one else I've talked to is just like, here's the team. Oh, I've talked to Chris about it, too. I sent him a paste. He's like, what are you doing? So, that should tell you everything you need to know about what I'm playing.
Yeah. But because Series 9 started on Saturday, we figured we'd do what we normally do for new series is we do like a little tier list. This one has everything on it, so I don't know if we'll go over everything.
Rapid fire.
We probably could.
There's going to be a ton in this unplayable category.
Oh, yeah. But we'll just bring this up right now so we can start working on that. Okay. Is there any Pokemon in specific you want to talk about first?
I mean, I feel like we should just go ahead and throw in Incineroar up top.
Yeah, let me find it.
It's like, hey, this is the best Mon in the form. It's probably not the best, but it is definitely easily the most splashable. So I actually don't think it goes under must play. I think it's actually solid team, if you want me to be 100% honest.
You think it's under solid team?
It is the highest ranked Mon in solid team. Because I think, like, Incineroar is going to be widely played. We all know this. It has been widely played since it was first introduced. That doesn't mean people don't know how to play against it. I mean, it's been around for like 3-4 years now. I think it was introduced in like 18 with hidden ability.
Yep.
And I mean, it's been super playable since. So people have had years of playing against this, and if you haven't, well, here's your wake-up call. You're going to learn.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's a reason it was on 60% of teams or whatever it was, and I don't think there's any way to say that it's not going to be the most played Mon again. And honestly, Landorus fits into the same category.
Yeah, but like, where's Landorus? Because they kind of both just fill the same solid team member role, because they're both intimidate, they're both very strong, both offensively and defensively, just like can take some things. The fact that Landorus is ground flying means that you're only really weak to ice.
Ice, water, is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, they're only really weak to ice. Like, water is not a super hard hit for you.
I mean, obviously there are some water mons you need to worry about, which I think is actually like the first one I want to throw in must play or counter. It's Tapu Fini.
Yeah.
It's a mon that fell off the face of the earth going from 7 to 8 and down here. Yeah, it's in Dex order. Mostly.
I'm about to say, that's not all Dex order, because there's...
Okay,
I think it's...
I actually don't know.
I don't know what's going on with this order. Uh-oh.
Oh, well. Your thing died or something. I don't know. But yeah, Fini's still really good. It's going to Calm Mind on you. And something that I think is actually really, really sick about Fini, and something that kind of came from like Series 8, is the variants of sets that you're going to see on it.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this honestly has to do with Aaron Zhang playing it the last like 2 or 3 weeks. There was a couple various Fini sets that he played, and I think people are going to adapt on those and play them in Series 9 now. There's the Scarf Soak set, which you pair that with anything that hits water type super effectively that's also fast. So things that come to mind
are... What does Scarf Fini get to?
Outspeed Eliki?
Gonna say, is it outspeed Eliki? I'm pretty sure it outspeeds Eliki, right? Or you can at least spec Eliki to where you outspeed Eliki?
Let's find out together.
I believe it's a base 85, right?
Dude, honestly, I don't know.
I believe it's speed tied with Rillaboom.
That does sound correct. So we are max speed plus nature. Max speed Feeny gets to 150, so that gets you to 225?
225.
Which is not outspeed Eliki. Man, that's really awkward.
Yeah.
That's a really awkward number.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you're not playing it with the Lucky unless you want to have a very slow Lucky.
And, like, you don't really want to pair it with Rillaboom because you just want to Grassy Glide with Rillaboom.
Kartana?
You do outspeed Kartana, so that's actually something that's interesting. And, like, not only do you have that, but you also have just, like, Nature's Madness, which I think people are finally realizing is really usable and super playable.
It gets specifically, like, Glastrier and these other bulky...
Super bulky things that Feeny otherwise would have a problem with. There's also Heal Pulse, so it can do its best Comfey impression, which honestly can win you games.
These are all things that I learned playing with Zygarde.
And then there is Haze.
Yep.
There was a game this week on Laddering. I don't know if you got to watch it because it was one that I edited. My opponent went for Haze after I triggered my policy and got an air boost on Moltres.
Mm-hmm.
And I taunted them and they went for Haze. I'm just like, had that connected, I would have lost.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, because Haze is so impactful. There's so many various boosts going around in this format that, you know, like, I got a Darkness drop on them. So, like, that's now eliminated. And, like, originally I was doing it because I expected them to Calm Mind. I'm like, I don't know if Moltres can beat this Feeny if they get 1 to 2 Calm Minds off.
Yeah, if they get any kind of boost.
So I'm just like, well, now that my special defense drop is, like, negated because of Calm Mind, I really can't deal with this. And instead I got Haze. I'm just like, oh, that would have been way worse.
Yeah.
So, you gotta have an answer to Feeny.
Speaking answers to Feeny include Rillaboom.
Which I think Rillaboom might just be, like, I think you need to have an answer to it.
The answers to Rillaboom are answers to a lot of normal Pokemon.
Which is a big problem.
You gotta, like, specifically, like, I gotta plan around, I have to have something that hits it on the defensive side and can hit it super effectively because I'm not gonna be able to beat it in massive special defense. So, like, Pokemon like Rillaboom come to mind. Where's Kartana?
It's down here with,
That's another one that's...
I honestly think you can throw Kartana in the must counter as well.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. It's one that basically fell off the face of the earth in Series 8,
well,
in my opinion, too.
I mentioned this in the Discord earlier today. It's like, Kartana's good when fire types are bad, and fire types are bad when you have a bunch of rock and ground coverage running around right now, which Series 8 had. But Kartana wasn't that great in Series 7 because everyone was playing Incineroar and Sun.
Which is crazy because if you ask me, Kartana's usage in 7 was way higher than it was in 8. I obviously can back this up with factual data, but I don't want to right now because I'm too lazy to actually go look it up and prove it here. But that is something that you could find out. From my anecdotal data, that's true. I played against a lot less Kartanas in 8 than I did in 7.
I'm not going to use that here.
I don't think their app actually shows you Series 7 data.
It doesn't. You have to go to the actual website.
Is there a website updated for Series 9 yet? Is Pikalytics updated?
I don't think so. They just count as VGC 2021 and they just kind of update it as it goes.
Lame.
Because they have a Battle Showdown Series 8 ladder and then they have a VGC 2021.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Series 7 has Kartana at 1055. So about 10%. Battle Stadium doubles.
Has Kartana at...
These are numbers.
Oh.
Which doesn't help me. It's a lot lower, probably.
Yeah, the more you scroll, the less I see it.
I could just do this.
Kartana.
Number 56. Which, that's still pretty good. When you threw in a bunch of restricted Pokemon that are going to mess up the numbers, that's still pretty good.
The thing about Kartana, it honestly pairs pretty well with Feeny. Just because, like, type diversity is really good. You're able to switch in on attacks that Feeney doesn't want to take and such.
Poison specifically.
Typically, you aren't like fighting over items between those two. Kartana typically wants Focus Sash, Life Orb, Assault Vest, like some variant of that. And Feeney wants to be bulky berry or leftovers or...
Like you said, there's Choice Scarf.
I've seen choice specs, which honestly doesn't dish out that much damage in comparison.
If you're going to do that, just Life Orb.
Yep. I've seen Weakness Policy, I've seen Life Orb. Like, Feeney does a lot of things.
Choice Band. I've seen Physical Feeney before.
It's stupid because it gets player off. And
it gets player off?
The physical
Strike,
ones don't.
Waterfall? Smart Strike's a big one.
I didn't know it got Waterfall, but I'm not surprised by that. Let's see. Let's filler Pokemon.
Let's think about some fillers here.
I'm gonna put a bunch of them all at once. Rotoms.
All the Rotoms. Is there multiple Rotoms on here?
I actually haven't seen a Rotom yet.
There's 1, 2.
Yeah, they're separate. There's 3. Yeah, so we have Frost, Wash, Heat.
Okay, okay, let's be specific here. There's specific Rotoms.
Heat and Wash are
that
the
get
two.
to be these filler Pokemon that they just slot into teams really well.
To be fair, we can go ahead and do all the Rotoms all at once, I guess. Regular Rotom is unplayable.
Yeah, whatever.
Left.
I was just going to grab a fan.
Also unplayable. No,
there's people that would do that.
You're being generous. I think that's pretty niche.
Having that Leaf Storm is really good. Plus,
up here next to Ice Cube.
There it is.
And then the regular one's going to be in that same slot now.
You're going to be...
Yeah.
You're pretty much unplayable.
You are actually unplayable.
And you're actually unplayable in comparison.
So, if you want to get super hyper specific, Frost is like super ultra mega niche, which is definitely lower than niche.
Oh, yeah.
I think the more adjectives you have to add to describe the nicheness that it has, the more pegs you need to lower.
Yeah, the more it needs to go down. But Rotom Fan is a fan favorite. Ha, pun intended there. But it's not super playable. And that's kind of what this is. It's like, but it's my favorite. It's just like you can play it if you want to, but we're not going to tell you to.
Please don't. So other things that kind of fit into like these other categories, like niche roles, I think are gonna be like, honestly, like your obscure weather setters. Like, I think this is like Alolan Ninetales. I think is a really good one. Like, it does one thing and it does that one thing very specifically, and very few things can do that other thing.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you can play Hail with Obama Snow. It's not good.
No.
Like, the thing that makes Ninetales good is you have Focus Sash plus Aurora Veil. Like, that's its thing. What are we looking for?
I'm just looking through for other...
There's Pelipper. Like, if you want...
Pelipper?
Up top there, under Ludicolo. Like, if you want Rain plus Tailwind.
Ludicolo fits.
Yeah, Ludicolo fits into that. Like, it fits into this role because it is specifically a weather abuser. You better, yeah. Well, it's probably unplayable.
It's Chlorophyll Sleep Powder, just like this one.
Yeah, but Vileplume looks cool.
It doesn't mean anything.
Can we talk about, like, how bad they messed up when they transferred, like, when they added in Dark types in Gen 2? I feel like Vileplume should have been one that got it.
Oh, yeah, right?
Like, they should have given Vileplume Dark typing, and then given Blossom Fairy typing when they introduced that.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, I think those are very fitting. Shiftry is unplayable.
Yeah, let's get a bunch of these unplayables out of the way.
Double.
This thing.
No. Me and you are going to argue over Thievul.
I think Thievel's terrible because
it does Unburden Snarl. And
what does that do in the face of Urshifu? You run and hide.
Here's the thing you do in front of Urshifu. You bring out your Landorus.
Yeah, you run and hide, and even that doesn't stop.
I'm actually curious. I need to look this up. I know Thievul actually has a pretty deep move pool.
Oh yeah, no, the move pool's deep. It's just the stats behind it don't support it.
Stats are not great. So like base 90 speed's not awful. Your big thing is your base 58 defense. Super bad. Let's see. You get access to knockoff. You get parting shot, actually. I didn't know Thievul got parting shot.
I'm moving some of these Gigantamax forms into
that's
spots
fine.
just because
we can talk about these as I
after you get done looking up stuff. I figured I could get a bunch of these Gigantamax.
I misread Tail Slap as Tail Whip. I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. But
yeah, no.
Burning Jealousy.
Well, that's a dark. That's most.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of the dark types got Burning Jealousy.
Fake Tears is another one. Like if you're playing Thievul, you're pairing it next to like specifically Lele, like offensive Lele, and you're going to do Unburden plus Fake Tears expanding for, or I guess it's technically not expanding force because you get Psychic. What are you doing, Carl?
I'm grabbing all these Gigantamaxes out of here.
Yeah, but I saw you put Pikachu in niche rolls.
Lightning Rod and its signature Gigantamax paralyzes.
Okay, that's not the worst thing. There's Grimmsnarl right under Espeon.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that's gonna be no. Keep
No,
going.
The fact that Snooze isn't 100%.
Oh, I thought I was classifying as Grimmsnarl, not G-Max Grimmsnarl. Are the regular ones on here too?
I
actually don't think so.
If not, we'll have to move them around when we get to them. I was just grabbing G-Maxes out of the way so I could actually see them.
All right, there's Venu.
You gotta go up here.
Yeah, you're going all the way to the top.
Join Colossal.
Hey, I'm not surprised by that. I don't think they're
separate.
on here. Yep.
I don't think they're separate. Which we'll go over them then real quick.
There were the Urshifu forms. I just saw them down. Right.
I thought
under Klefki.
Under Klefki? Oh, there they are.
Yep.
I wish I could grab more than one at a time.
Same. Yep. That's fair. Under Klefki again. Yep.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about all these that we just moved on.
Let's talk about these G-Maxes here.
Do we need to really talk about Colossal and Venusaur?
No, I didn't do that.
They're really, really, really good.
Go watch the deep dives.
Oh, you missed Cinderace and Inteleon.
I haven't got
and
they're their own.
And
things.
Dreadnought.
Those I want to talk about Cinderace and Inteleon specifically.
Okay.
Because they fell off Series 8 and they're going to come back in Series 9.
Okay. Blastoise is okay.
G-Max Canade's good.
It has a bunch of things that work in favor of it, and it also has like a super deep move pool that makes it cool. My honest opinion, after playing it in Series 7, its damage output's not the best. Like if you want to be able to live hits, your damage output is super minimal.
Like you need Life Orb if you want to be bulky, or you need to be able to do Shell Smash things. And if you can't do those things, it doesn't do anything.
Yep.
It's kind of the problem.
Dark Urshifu. Hey, did you know that this thing's still really good?
Oh, yeah.
How many times have we talked about Urshifu now? How long has it been out?
Whenever Isle of Armor came out. So
which was
June.
May. Oh, yeah, June. So almost.
This is the one we thought was going to be really good because we thought this was like fairies were going to be able to wreck this thing, which they do.
So we'll say like 8 months worth of 9 months of Dark Urshifu talk now at this point. So it's still really good. Nothing has changed. Intimidate's not good against it. As good.
Intimidate isn't very good against it.
Burn it.
Yeah, you need to burn it.
You also need to be faster than it to burn it.
It's not hard to do anymore.
Honestly, no.
Spectre is real good at doing that.
Water Urshifu. It does colossal things.
It does colossal things, and it fills roles outside of colossal teams. It actually does stuff still.
It's a physical water type, which can be important. Not always, but it can be. We need to move Grimmsnarl way up.
Yeah, if this is how they're separated.
Yep, they are.
You need to go.
It's super solid.
I don't think it's like you can't really counter Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is like inherent. You just inherently have coverage for it.
It does everything.
You want steel coverage for it.
If you haven't checked out the deep dive on Grimmsnarl, it does literally everything and then some.
Just
G-Max it can basically go on every team.
Yeah,
and like if you have to G-Max it, you technically can.
Meh.
I think I think Corviknight's probably the next tier up. I think it's niche. Like it does kind of what Ferrothorn does, but with a worse typing, in my opinion. Are we just looking for other generic ones?
I was looking for the better Corviknight.
Oh yeah, that's also fair. Hey, how good is Corviknight when it has access to the Leech Seed?
Very, very good.
Alright, cool. The big difference here about like Corviknight versus Celesteela, I believe you get Roost on Corviknight, whereas you don't with Celesteela. You get leftovers. I mean, you get Leech Seed, which is really important. You also get the potential for super offensive pressure with Celesteela. Yeah. Which you don't with Corviknight. Corviknight does one thing, and it sits there and annoys the hell out of your opponent.
Yep, it sits there, bulks up,
and then suddenly you're dead.
And then just body presses you and Iron Hands you to death.
Over the course of the next 12 turns, you're dead.
Like, it doesn't even really play flying moves unless you plan on Gigantamaxing it, which gives you the defog.
Yeah, it removes terrain and entry hazards. Yeah. Because you see so many Stealth Rocks in VGC.
Oh, yeah, tons.
I actually have. I've died to Stealth Rocks. Not recently. It was like Series 3, I think. It was one of the like super early laddering videos. No, I was streaming. And like opponent leads something. I'm just like, okay, this will be simple. Snorlax there. And oh yeah, Sandaconda can go blop.
Actually, no, there's... It's got Sand Tomb on its G.
Yeah, that's fair.
Is decent.
Super niche.
Yeah.
Snorlax is pretty niche.
It's like, here's this Trick Room abuser that can belly drum. You go in there and get
Hey, did you know that Toxtricity is super bad because
there you go.
Landorus exists?
Get up there.
Hey, Lapras is still good. Actually, I kind of want to go in depth with Lapras.
I saw Duraludon, so I just wanted to grab it.
It's something that I think we've talked about as early as literally episode 1. Lapras has always been good. Like, as long as
Gigantamax has been introduced for it, yeah.
As long as we have been around, Lapras has been good. Yeah.
There hasn't been a situation where Lapras is bad.
But, Carl, it has Rockhead? Can it do Rockhead head smash things?
It can, but not when you're Gigantamax, so... It's a water move that sets Stealth Rocks. Yeah, I know.
But, you missed Kingler. Oh, we missed Kingler is clearly must play or counter. No. Oh. I wanted to be good, man. I wanted to be so
I know,
good.
That's why it's here. That's what this is for. You want it to be good, but it's not.
I legitimately... Okay, so looking at this... There are some of these I couldn't even tell you what their G-Max move does.
This is Gravity.
That's Gravity. That's Mean Look.
Mean Look. Critical hit up.
Yep. It gives you focus energy for your team. That's Fire Spin. You heal. It's basically Giant Draining Kiss.
Yep. Sand Tomb. Speed way down.
It has their team speed. Yeah, it's like super cool. It's not good.
PP depletion.
Yeah, it's spite.
Paralysis or poison.
Which I honestly think is insane. It's Toxtricity is so close to being good.
Oh yeah, it was so close, and it's just not there.
Its G-Max is probably one of my favorites that doesn't see play.
Steel Spikes.
What?
Like spikes, but it's off of steel.
Oh, I'm like, Carl, the move is called Steel Spike.
No, it's a steel type. It's steel and spikes.
You see my confusion.
Yeah, and then Garbodor.
Do you know what it does?
Malodor, if I remember right, lowers evasion.
Removes their abilities?
No, I know it doesn't do that. It's not that good. It's not that good. Remember right, it's like lowers evasion or something.
You want to talk about Inteleon and Cinderace?
Yes.
Well, I look up Malodor.
So, missing for a lot of Series 8 here is Cinderace and Inteleon, both which were very popular for Series 7. And I think they're going to make the comeback in Series 9. Like, as I was talking about, fire coverage wasn't very common, so Kartana's doing better. I think once people get back into the swing of playing with Cinderace, Kartana's play is going to actually just decline just overall. Same with Inteleon. Once Inteleon gets back into this format, I think a lot of these ground types and rock types you see will just disappear. Inteleon's very, very fast and hits like a truck.
And it has access to Aqua Jet. Yeah. So, like, if you need to proc a policy or something, you can. Because you are a special attacker that has access to a priority like move.
Yep.
That actually can hit things for like effectiveness as opposed to like quick attack and E-speed.
Yep.
Malodor poisons the opponent's team.
Okay.
Honestly, not the worst. It is better than Snooze.
I can just...
We've missed Charizard in here somewhere.
There he is.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, I know there's a Charizard.
Where do you go?
I honestly think he's kind of niche, if you want me to be honest.
Really?
Okay, so here's the thing. Charizard is only good in Sun.
That's not true.
I disagree.
That's not true.
I think in the presence of a format that's going to be dominated by Regieleki, which we've seen in Series 7. Granted, Eleki was super popular in 7 and 8 to an extent because it was the new toy syndrome. Where people want to play with a new thing. Which is why Eleki was good and why the reason you saw Reggie Draco at the very beginning of the format too is because people wanted to play with the new things that are brand new.
I don't think we missed any of the G-Max.
I don't think so. But as a result, you just get one shot by Eleki, and it hurt. Oh, okay, so you don't actually get one shot, but like Electro Web does like 75% to Dynamax Charizard. There was a match that I played on the ATX Friendlies a while back against Gil, ironically, where he brought Eleki against Charizard and just electrowebbed me on turn 1. And I just go, boop. It's like, oh, that real bad. I knew that was going to hurt. I didn't know it was going to hurt that much.
Charizard's evolved since then, though. A lot of the Charizards are AV bulky sets now.
Which, you know, I think that's going to be a evolution from Series 8 because that's not something we ever saw before. And if we did, it was super niche.
Yeah, you saw like slight glimmers of, oh, here's an AV Charizard because now we get Scorching Sands. And that's a big upgrade. It's just
Scorching Sands and like Ancient Power to beat opposing Charizards. That was the big tech back in the day.
Was to run Ancient Power on your Life Orb Charizard so you just try to outspeed and then smack their Charizard. But having Scorching Sands to boost your special defense with an Assault Vest on, you live a lot of hits.
I'm trying to think. I think in that match against Gil, I believe I was Life Orb. I wonder if you can actually be like weakness policy and take a hit from Eleki and then just literally blow up everything. It's probably bad, but I want to try it now. Are you punching in numbers for me to see how bad we actually take this?
I am.
I'm sure it's not pretty.
So if we go, let's just do this.
What are we punching?
I'm seeing what the minimum is to where we survive a Thunderbolt from a Magnet Regieleki.
It's not going to be pretty, Carl.
Actually, it is just 28 special defense and calm.
And calm.
But that's it. No HP investment. No.
Yeah, but
anything.
Calm. We lose a lot of our damage out from being calm as opposed to modest.
You still have 161 special attack after your 252 investment.
Okay, that's actually not the worst, I guess.
And then you get to +2 it. And you blow up everything.
How much does Thunderbolt do?
This is the minimum, so the high roll is 98. It is not an Oko. The low roll is 83.
So what you're saying is Incineroar plus Eleki clap you.
Yeah, that gets there. But Electroweb's a 3-hit KO.
Interesting.
At that same set. So,
okay.
Like if you forgo any kind of HP, like any kind of speed, and go all HP, you can survive Thunderbolts fairly easily.
Honestly, I don't hate the idea of because you are going to be, you do get speed boost from Airstream, so like you're not always worried about speed. But
like you're looking at a 78 to 92% from a Thunderbolt from a Magnet 252.
Okay, it's
modest.
It's not the worst.
These are modest Lekis, by the way.
Okay.
So these are actually really good because timid means you survive a lot more.
All right, so we have like 700 more Pokemon to go. So.
Vikavolt.
It is super niche.
Super niche.
It is a special attacking Trick Room Sweeper.
Noctowl.
Unplayable.
Dubwool.
I think niche is too high.
No.
Obstagoon does defiant things?
Yeah, but that's...
Is that like the main thing
niche.
it gets?
That's like the only thing it does. Like, you could obstruct people. I don't even know what you do.
Unpheasant, you have super luck.
Oh.
Greedent is basically worse Snorlax, kinda.
Yeah, but it's like I said, it's still like this bulky...
You're basically Snorlax that doesn't need a Dynamax to do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get competitive on Pokemon.
Oh, you get competitive, that's right.
I think niche is still a little too high. I think you're playing it because you like Bolton. I think that's super nitpicky, but yeah, Lipard's pretty filler. Like you're doing specific things with Lipard, but you do have Prankster, so like it's fine. Serena's actually really interesting. I think the big problem that Serena's going to have is the resurgence of Cinderace.
Yeah, like this thing coming back is a problem.
Cinderace and like Lapras you don't really like. Like you can Dynamax in front of Lapras and do a ton of damage to it. And I believe you're same speed tier as Lapras. I believe they're both 60.
I couldn't tell you.
I played a lot of Serena and I couldn't tell you. Let me Google.
We'll keep putting Pokemon. Minccino.
Niche is high. You're playing it because it's cute.
You get to do your Multidale stamina thing.
That's super, super, super niche, man.
Still a thing.
As a man who's tried it, it's not good.
I don't even know what you do in the form.
You get huge power.
Eh.
That's it. You get
does that
huge
actually
power
mean anything anymore?
You're also like slow, so you can trick room people.
Nah.
It's super ultra mega niche, but it's a funny thing you can do with Frostlass.
You get to Frost Breath, which crits, so you can trigger Anger Point and Policy on Crocodile.
Yep, which I believe people actually were able to pull off in multi-draft league.
I don't know what this does.
Basically the same thing as Frostlass, but worse.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
What is
Delibird, you get Hustle Fake Out.
That sounds terrible.
Don't ask me what else it gets.
That sounds terrible.
Mamoswine.
Get up there.
Alright,
no, you get up there.
I feel like we actually need to talk about Mamo.
Yeah, we do. We have to talk about
this is not
Mamo.
a Mon that we've actually ever talked about.
That's not true. We've talked about it a lot, actually.
Have we? Okay,
Yeah.
well. Mamoswine's really awesome.
Mamoswine's actually very powerful, and it was very powerful at the tail end of Series 7. About the same time the Nut Core started getting popular, Mamoswine started to see.
Did Mamo come in Series 7?
It was about a month after the Nut Core got solidified.
No, I mean, was it introduced in Isle of Armor? Or has it been around longer than that? It's not in base game, is it?
I'm pretty sure it's in base game.
Is it? Now that you say that, I think so. I think I've seen them in the desert. Like, maybe not specifically
I've
Mamo,
seen Swinub. I'm pretty sure Swinub's been running around in the base game. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think you can find, as a strong spawn, you can find Mamo in the desert in Hail. Maybe, I don't know. Mamoswine's really good, and it has a lot of unique sets that make it playable. There's the Focus Sash super high damage output variants that has access to it really you have.
Yeah, it's in the base game.
Okay.
It's in the base game.
You have basically 4 attacks that you run. I don't think really you're ever gonna see anything outside of Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, High Horsepower, Protect.
Rock Slide.
Neat. Okay.
I've seen that.
But those are your 5 moves.
Yeah, that's about it.
You're meant to click and attack. And that's fine. Ice Shard's really good because it can pick up revenge kills on mons that are faster than you. Quake lets you be able to, of course, boost your special defense. This is a Dynamax target. If you slap a Life Orb on it, you can do massive amounts of damage. And it's, honestly, Mamoswine is maybe going to be one of the defining mons of the format.
Does Xatu get Tailwind?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going any higher than
Uh,
that. I don't know.
Iron Fist. I know that one.
Shadow Punch?
Shadow Punch, Iron Fist.
Is Shadow Punch priority? No, Shadow Punch never misses. So you can punch Chanseys.
It also gets Dynamic Punch.
Does it get No Guard too?
No.
Right,
That's Machamp.
Alright, I give up. Golurk's bad. Mudsdale is really good, man. Arcanine is like budget Ensign with less weaknesses while also being able to do other things.
Other things is subjective.
I didn't say they were good, but they are other things that it has access to. Like, you get Wild Charge if you need to be...
I need to make another tier.
Swede?
Yes.
How did I possibly know? Are we going... No, it needs to be the highest tier.
Yeah, probably.
Settings.
Yeah.
Add above. Black tier.
Black.
Oh, no, we changed the wrong one.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yep, that was correct. And then this one is black, Swede.
Nah.
Okay, good talk.
Good talk. You can't see it, but...
Oh, God, it looks awful. That's all that matters. I don't know what you did.
Get in there.
Alright, cool. Shedinja's the best Pokemon in the format.
Yep.
Cool. Good talk.
Good talk.
Alright, good episode, everyone. We'll see you next week.
What did I do? I had put you in a home, you two in a home. We were talking about Arcanine. That's what we're
Yeah, Arcanine's okay. It was the best Intimidator in the format before Incineroar was introduced. And it's unfortunate that it's fallen off so much. I'm trying to think what else Groudon does. Hitmontop is great. Hitmontop is absolutely phenomenal, and I love it.
It's a good filler Pokemon for sure.
So I've played it on Laddering this past week, and dude, the number of people you'll lead it and Mamoswine, right, on this team, and people anticipate the fake out, and sometimes it's just correct to not click it fake out. Because they just double protect, so you're like, alright, here's my coaching boost.
Get you.
You're like, alright, cool, thanks for the free +1/+1. Milotic's really good.
Yeah, Milotic's a very good competitive counter to all these Intimidates that I run around in the format.
Specifically, it counters both Incineroar and Landorus.
Yeah,
the fact that it hits both of them for super effective damage in some form just means you put on a ton of pressure. Ironically, you also Dynamax in front of, Colossal, take a hit, and then Oko them.
There are AV sets that can Dynamax in front of Colossal, take the hit really well after the +2, and just blow everything up.
Yep. Alright, cool. And you're dead. Bronzong.
Real good Steel Psychic type, just overall, has a real good Trick Room setter. Your opponents get to play mind games because you don't know if you're Heat Proof or Levitate a lot of the time.
See, that's when you big brain and you run Air Balloon on it to make them think that you're heat proof, and after they pop your balloon, they go for Earthquake and you're Levitate.
Yeah. Just get them. But
please don't.
It does a lot of cool things. Just as a Steel Psychic type, it's a real good typing. If I was gonna play a Trick Room and I didn't want to play Dusclops or P2, which we'll talk about here in a little while, I'd probably play Bronzong as my Trick
Let's
Room
bust
setter.
them out. Let's find them.
Where are you? I saw you a minute ago.
There's Dusknoir. There's Dusclops, second row.
Second row? Oh, there you are. That's why I saw it. I was like, I know I saw it.
I honestly think, I think you need to be able to have an answer for it.
Well,
same with P2.
The answer of for that is just answering Trick Room in general.
I actually haven't. Oh, no, there's... Okay, cool.
That's the thing about these two is just the answers to them usually revolve around just using Taunt, and it's that's about it.
What's convenient about specifically these two is you know the item that's always on them.
Most of the time.
98% of the time, you know they're Eviolite.
That's very true for Dusclops, just it's most of the time it's Eviolite. Porygon 2 starting to venture away from that.
Because people anticipate it.
Mm-hmm. And you're starting to play more offensive P2s and just blowing people up.
Which, that's been a thing for a while now. It's a thing that started back in Series 7, and people get into play patterns against them.
They think
and
they know
then
it.
next thing you know, here's a sprinkle of Dynamax P2, and now you have to fear it for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Slotting Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's... If Kartana's up in solid team member, Ferrothorn belongs in there too.
Ferrothorn is back. It is a huge threat on so many levels, and if you don't have an answer to it,
it wins the game by itself a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's really sad and depressing, and I never have an answer to it, and then I die.
I'm just going to start ignoring these unplayable Pokemon. And
that tier is going to get really wide. So just know if it's not in that tier and not on the chart, it's unplayable.
Come here, you. Boop.
Yeah, Raichu's okay.
This is what I want to talk about.
I feel like we actually ranted about Umbreon last week and the week before.
We ranted about Umbreon when we were doing whatever we like things to watch for Series 9,
Yep.
but like now that we have a tier list, I think Umbreon's going to stick around and be a good filler Pokemon on a lot of teams. It's a good answer to Sun a lot of the time because Sun doesn't have anything that really can deal with it.
No, you just woke up and then like, oh, well, I guess I'm doing chip damage at the end of the turn, and then you Moonlight, and now we're back to where we started.
You also get to sleep Pokemon with Yawn, which is really good. Speaking of... But I think it's one of the better evolutions right now. Where's Sylveon at? Sylveon belongs up there with that, too. The rest of these are kind of just like whatever. Meowstic, come here.
It's okay. I think that's too high if you want my honest opinion.
Male specifically, because you get to do the prankster stuff with it.
I still think it's too high.
I think you're underestimating how good Meowstic is.
It's okay.
It does more than just like one thing on a team a lot of the time because it has access to a lot of good support moves.
That's true.
And then female also has competitive, so it's whatever there. Nope. Scrafty's kind of fallen off the face of the earth, unfortunately.
Scrafty's really interesting because, like, it's a potential Trick Room Mon that also has access to Intimidate. That can also be a Trick Room Sweeper thanks to Moxie, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Arachnid I've actually seen a ton of here lately.
Yeah, Arachnid's actually one of my more favorite water types right now.
It's another physical water type that, like, functions inside of Trick Room.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, yeah, you could do that with Lapras, and you could do that with Feeny, but both of those are special, and Arachnid just... It's also immune to burns.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like it's a good switch-in for Will-O-Wisp. If you're afraid of Will-O-Wisp, it's a good switch-in for that.
How many water types can you actually say have that? How many physical attackers can you
I'm about to
say
say, how many Pokemon can you say have that?
Every fire type. I'll take my prize now.
There is no prize.
But... This is stupid. I don't like
there
this
was no
game
prize.
I wanted a prize, Carl.
But, Arachnid's really good.
Yep.
I like it a lot. Oh yeah, Hatterene. We forgot about Hatterene.
I don't want to talk about Hatterene. I hate it. I hate it.
I snuck Gastrodon in here. Gastrodon's really good.
Gastrodon is really good, especially with the like resurgence of Lapras.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could see an actual like decent representation of Gastrodon. People need to anticipate the geyser. Like you need to respect it in team preview. Another one that we'll talk about Clef. Clef is still really good. It is definitely solid, if you want my honest opinion.
Solid implies that you're going to put these Pokemon on your team probably 90% of the time just to fill certain roles. Like Clefairy, there's other follow me Pokemon, which I feel like...
Yeah, but how many of them have incidental screens built in?
It's not necessarily...
The problem is like, you have follow me, but you also want to stick around for screen.
Exactly. That's why it's like it's a good filler Pokemon if your team doesn't want Indeedee.
Yeah, true.
Or Togekiss for that matter. It's just like it's a good filler.
Yeah.
That doesn't require a lot of the situations that everything else does.
Oh god, I just realized we get Sing Raichu in this format.
Oh!
I don't know what made me think about it, but now I want to do that.
Yeah, you're much higher on this filler Pokemon list.
I want to do it so bad. Can we gravity sing people? What's the fastest gravity user in this format?
The big Gengar. G-Max Gengar.
That's
No,
not...
that's not gravity. Fastest gravity.
Gravity and sort by speed.
I thought Gengar got gravity. Does it not get gravity?
The fastest gravity user is Sigilith at base 97.
That is not very good.
Jirachi is technically the fastest at base 100.
Yeah, but...
Okay, so playable ones, we have Clefable at base 60. Holy shit.
I know
that's bad.
the running gag was Gothitelle Dusclops. Dusclops as the gravity setter, Gothitelle just spams Hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
I remember we were really worried about that for Series 2. Aha, here you are. Where in the world does Conkeldurr fall?
That basically sums up my explanation of Clonk.
So, it was really good Series 5.
It was really good in, 3 and 4 and 5. It's weird because, before Urshifu was introduced, it was the best fighting type.
Oh, yeah.
Bar none.
Before Urshifu came around, it was the best fighting type, to have. Because it got to do things in Trick Room, it had Mach Punch, it had...
I think it's pretty niche at this point.
Think so?
You're not just slapping it on a team to play Conkeldurr at this point. You're slapping it on a team for a very specific reason, and I don't know what that reason is. They deserve that, yeah. Where'd the other one end up? Where'd the other Weezing? I like it more. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like this one more because
Cancer's
there's less weaknesses.
Yep.
That's exactly why. That's the only reason why.
Alright, cool.
Oh, there you are.
Bisharp. I like it.
I think Bisharp's a solid member. It was good. It was really good in Series 7. It's just oh, you intimidated me. Oh, now I get to blow you up.
I never got to do it, but I want to try out the Bisharp Blaziken core that was running around in 2016, I think it was. Togekiss is fine.
It's a good filler.
Whimsicott's really good. Whimsicott is probably the second best Tailwind setter in this format.
Speaking of the best Tailwind
setter. Are we just going to skip over Rhyperior?
No, you said Tailwind.
Okay. Hey, Tornadus. It's still really good. Have Prankster Taunt that outspeeds it. Oh, wait. The only Prankster Bomb that has Taunt that outspeeds it's itself.
The best thing you can... No, Whimsicott outspeeds it.
No, it doesn't.
184, 179.
I thought it was the other way around.
Nuh-uh. 184, 179.
I'm looking it up. I don't believe you. Tornadus is 111.
Whimsicott's 116 base.
This is stupid. I can't ever remember it. Now I'm mad. Because, dude, I do this every time I play with one. I run into the other. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's faster than me. It doesn't matter which one I'm playing with. I'm like, oh, yeah, that one's faster. I hate this game, Carl. I don't know why I continue to do this week in and week out. Torkoal, move that dude up.
Get up here.
He's really good. Have an answer to it. You can slap it next to Venusaur.
Yeah, we can just put it right there.
I feel like if you have an answer to one, you have the answer to the other.
You should, hopefully.
Where's Mr. Toad? I want to talk about Mr. Toad. We haven't done that in a month and a half.
Toad! He's a good filler.
I like Toad.
Me too.
He has a good shiny.
Yeah.
He has a damn good shiny.
It's very cotton candy colors and it's great.
Yeah, and it's great. And it's so fitting of a frog. Ignoring the fact that he's a toad.
Oh, Tyranitar.
Yeah, T-Tar's really good, and I think it is T-Tar's time to shine.
It's gonna come back. T-Tar was kind of hiding there. Urshifu was being in that core was really popular, and Thundy would kind of beat T-Tar down. I think people are going to get used to playing against those Pokemon though, and T-Tar's going to make a comeback here.
Yeah, I want to see the special T-Tar set come back. Where's my Rhyperior? Can we talk about it now?
Yeah, we can talk about Rhyperior.
Under Corsola next to Reuniclus.
Bam.
It's really good. It's really, really, really good, and no one is going to play it.
Yep. That's kind of the long and short of that one. It's no one's going to play it.
If you want me to be 100% honest, of the Mons on this list so far, it is the most underrated Mon that I think is in this format.
That's probably true.
For the amount of play that it's going to have, it is not going to be nearly as high as it should be.
Looking for... Where's Thundy?
Thundy's probably down below.
Probably down here. We're getting extras through these pretty quickly. There you are. Come here, Thundy.
Yeah, you're still really good, too.
You gotta have an answer for Thundurus. At this point, it's very good.
Be prepared for the Prankster Eerie Impulse set to
oh, yeah, it's gonna come...
It makes me mad every time I see it. I'm like, alright, I can't bring Intimidate because they have this thing. And they're like, alright, Eerie Impulse, you're... Whatever it is. I'm just like, that's a dick move.
It's like, it's the worst part. It's just like, are you Defiant or are you Prankster? And it's just like, do I dare lead my Intimidate to find out? No.
Do I throw the game on turn 1 if you are?
Most of the time you will. Thinking about other popular Pokemon that are really, really good. I know Drampa was seeing a lot of Series 8 play, but I don't think it's going to come back in Series 7. Weather's going to be...
not.
It was really good as like an anti-sun, and Weather's not going to be as prominent in 7.
Darmanitan.
Oh yeah, we get to bring Darmanitan.
It's okay. It's
a good filler.
It's okay.
It's a good 6th month if you have nothing else to play.
It is like the bottom of the barrel on 6 months.
Get up there.
Yeah, Dragon Bolt's still really good.
Get up there.
Can we slap Eliki up there too while I'm thinking about it?
Where was it?
Way down below.
There it is.
Cool. Reggie Eliki's still really good. Please continue to play this so I can beat it up every time I see it.
This is the reason why Ground and Rock is such a popular coverage type right
Honestly,
now.
that's the reason I play Mudsdales, just so I can dunk on these people.
Talonflame.
It's okay.
When you need Prankster, when you need Tailwind and Fast Will-O-Wisp at the same time, this is really good at doing that.
Agreed. Like, if you have the niche need for Will-O-Wisp, like, it means that you probably can't afford to play, like, Ensign or Landorus. Slap that next to Mr. Toad. They go together.
Get up there.
Yeah.
Get together. This kind of falls into that same blind, too. Like, this is the Pokemon that Rain plays when it wants Tailwind and...
Yeah, like, you're not...
And Will-O-Wisp.
You could technically slap, like, Whimsicott on that slot, but...
You usually want to play, like, Rillaboom as your grass type, and if you're playing Whimsicott and Rillaboom, then you're, like, really weak to Thundurus.
Ooh, yeah.
And that's kind of why you play this, is, like, you outspeed Thundurus no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
So you get to Will-O-Wisp almost every time, or you can Tailwind if you need to outspeed it, and then do something else to beat it up. But that's kind of like the good thing about Talonflame there. None of these are any good. Indeedee, there you are. So, I want to put it here, but that's because the female is attached to the male picture. Just ignore the male for the moment and just talk about the female one. Female Indeedee is really, really good.
Hey, did you know that female Indeedee is really, really good?
Yeah.
And it has been forever.
Yeah.
Like, there for a while, it was the second most played redirector.
Next to Togekiss.
Yeah, behind Togekiss.
And now it's the most.
I would actually believe that.
It is. I'm pretty sure it is.
If it's not, I'd be very surprised. Dude, after playing with Indeedee in the end of Series 8, like, I don't think I had actually played the Indeedee team that felt as clean as the Mudsdale team. Like, obviously, I was playing kind of a meme because I was playing Slowking, but the team by itself felt really cohesive, and a big part of that was because of Indeedee.
Yeah. Comfey does Comfey things for a lot of Pokemon in Series 7. It does things for Lapras. It does things for Dark types.
Where's our favorite burnt chicken?
Where is our extra crispy chicken? Where is it? There it is. Extra crispy chicken.
Yeah, slap that thing right next to Comfey.
Get in there. These two go hand in hand a lot of the time. And the same thing kind of goes for Lapras. Gudra's down here somewhere, but Gudra isn't as...
Yeah, Gudra's, like, okay.
Like, Gudra isn't as good, but... Unfortunately, but these three make a very good scary core.
Yeah, you're like, slap your weakness policy on Moltres, and slap your Life Orb or Light Clay on Comfey. On Lapras. Yeah, there we go. Please don't put Life Orb Comfey.
Life Orb Comfey picks up the Okos on Urshifu every time.
Who needs investment? We can just Oko.
Exactly.
Does Heracross do anything cool?
No.
It has Moxie.
There you are.
Does it have anything else?
No.
Okay.
PZ.
I like it.
Once was good in Series 6, kind of fell off in Series 7, saw some actual play in Series 8 for a little bit.
At the tail end there, people were playing it again. And I wonder if that's a thing that they were just like bored of the format and wanted to experiment for Series 9.
I believe there was a Players' Cup
was there?
Qualifier with it on their team.
Interesting.
So I think that's what spiked it.
So I just looked over and saw Sylveon, right? And my brother, who hasn't played a Pokemon game since Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, he's like, "Hey, is Sylveon any good?" And it was on Discord. I'm like, yeah, I actually really like Sylveon in some of the earlier formats of the current game, and explaining what I did with it with like Hyper Beam and Hyper Voice and everything. And one of my buddies gets on there. He goes, "Hey, so what kind of coverage moves do you play on this thing?" He's like, "You get Shadow Ball and like you get Toxic people." And I explained my set and like I went pretty in depth with it for like players who haven't played in forever. And he's like, "So what do you think of like Mystical Fire, Shadow Ball, Hyper Beam, and Protect?" I'm like, "No. That's not what Sylveon does. You attack or you are support." Yeah. So basically I drew out my set, worked through his, and eventually he comes back and he's like, "Okay, so what about Hyper Voice, Hyper Beam, Yawn, and Protect?" I'm like,
yes.
You dense idiot. He's like, "Well, it's my set. I came up with it." I'm like,
internally screaming now. So I snuck Regigigas in up here.
It's really good.
You got to be able to beat Regigigas. I have been playing Regigigas for 2 weeks straight now since I got the shiny. I've just been testing on Showdown. I'm getting really good with Gigas.
And people don't know how to play against it.
No!
It's been around forever, and people don't know how to play against it.
They still forget. It's like, oh, Weezing turns off your abilities. And then if people try to do justified beat-up things in front of it.
Oh, okay. Quake,
okay, I'm just going to pick up the KO. Bye.
Dude, I remember the first time I learned this lesson the hard way. I Dynamaxed my Sylveon in front of Weezing Dragapult and went for Starfall onto the Dragapult. I'm just like, "Oh, this is bugged," because it was on Showdown. And my opponent goes, "You idiot, neutralizing gas." I'm just like, "Oh, I'm an idiot."
Yeah, Gigas is really good. Definitely be able to play around Gigas. Don't rely on Will-O-Wisp. They see it coming a lot of the time.
Especially because like Weezings are playing Taunt and stuff. Like it's really good.
Give me that guy.
Meh.
No, Garchomp's really good.
Meh.
No. You didn't watch Karibo play with Garchomp yesterday, did you?
No.
Garchomp freaking tore it up. Because so the cool idea is you get to play it with Feeny.
Yep.
But you don't run dragon moves because you don't care.
You don't care because it's Garchomp. It is a dragon that you don't need the dragon.
You get to run ground and rock coverage, so you get to eat all the fire types up.
Yep.
And you can't be burnt. You're faster than all base 100s, which is fantastic. Specific base 100 that you're faster than.
You know what you're not faster than? Coco.
Nope. Where's Coco? They're all way down here, aren't they?
Yeah, Entei, Coco, all those are down there.
Coco's a good solid team member, I think.
I really like Coco. It can be super offensive, it can be super defensive. It does a lot of things really well. I love Entei.
Entei's a solid team member too.
I've not played with Entei enough here lately.
Like, I've seen people doing Entei Metagross things a lot. Speaking of Metagross, we'll grab Metagross. Metagross is a must-answer Pokemon.
Carl, I think we're a little ambitious with our goal for this episode of going through this entire tier list.
We're almost there.
We're nowhere near it. There's so many more mods that I want to talk about. Gyarados. It's a good filler.
It's okay. It's a good filler.
It's okay.
I was talking about it earlier, and the problem with Gyarados is like it wants to be a bulky pivot, but it also wants to be an attacker all at the same time. And you can't do either with it really because its defenses are terrible, and it takes too many neutral hits.
And there's this thing called Eliki, which has Electro Web, which doesn't care about your lightning rod.
Yeah.
Excadrill.
Where is Extra? Oh, there's Excadrill. Get up here. I would call Excadrill solid. You don't have to play these two together. Yeah, but you can, and it's not really good.
Series 1, Series 2 things where Sand is king. But if you happen to have Tyranitar and want to slap it on, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, it's like they both do different things, and they both cover each other.
Mold Breaker is really good.
Yeah.
If you have Mold Breaker plus Tailwind, you do a lot of things. Especially with Rotom, like being as popular as it is, and will be, Mold Breaker is a hell of an ability.
Mr. Vish.
I honestly think Vish is okay.
It's good filler.
Yeah, it's okay.
Like, if you need something that hits hard and fast, like if you have Tailwind or you can Choice Scarf or something, like, Mr. Vish is really good for that.
Yep. You can also slap a...
Draco. Where's Dracozolt? He kind of fits that same bill.
It was around there.
There it is.
Yeah, literally right there.
He fits the same bill.
Except you... it does the same thing.
That one, you like that. This is like a Dynamax Pokemon. This is like I don't have to Dynamax to do my thing.
I want to play with Dracozolt again. It's been so long.
I need to get my shiny Dracozolt before I play with it again. Come here.
It's pretty niche.
It's a good strong filler. Overcoat means you don't lose to Venusaur at all.
I was getting ready to say, well, duh, you're grass type, and then I realized,
no,
you're a bug.
You're a bug.
You're Scizor, but bulky and slow, and also hit harder.
Oh, you hit like a truck.
Speaking of Scizor, where is it?
Yeah.
He's okay.
He's okay. He's a good bullet puncher if you needed to do that.
He clicks bullet punch.
Did I get Metagross up here? Okay, I did. Cool.
He also clicks bullet punch.
Yeah. I've been seeing people playing freaking Ally Switch Metagross on ladder.
Stop it. Get some help.
Like, seriously.
It's not as bad as Ally Switch Cinderace, but it's up there.
It's like you can't click protect. Oh.
Alola Wax.
Speaking of good, like, lightning rod trick room things, Alola Wax actually really good.
I wonder if you can play Alola Wax next to Gyarados.
I don't know.
No, you're double weak to fire. To rock.
Yeah.
Which is awkward, but, like, how many rock moves are actually running around? Quite a few because of Eliki.
Like, there's quite a few just because, like, Landorus is out there, Garchomp's out there.
Like, it's good against Ensign. Yeah, I mean,
Metagross runs Rock Slide. Colossal's a thing.
Yeah.
And these guys are out here, so they want to play more rock coverage.
Especially, like, rock coverage is really good because it breaks sashes. It's
good there.
I think Alola Wax probably a little too high, but that's personal.
I think Alola Wax is a good solid answer just because you get things like you get Perish Song on it.
Dude, I always
Lightning
forget
Rod.
Right. Does regular one?
No.
Oh, so it's only the ghost one.
It's only the ghost one. It's weird. Honestly, it's because it's a ghost.
I honestly think if the regular one got it, it'd probably be more playable.
Yeah, probably.
Like, that's super niche, but meh. I love Azumarill, but it's not good.
It's a good filler.
Yeah, I think that's generous.
Like, when you don't want to play this, for this, did you remember the Series 7 team I played?
I do.
There was a reason I played it, because Santi qualified.
I also remember you going, I can't figure this team out. I have been stressing over this for a month and a half.
That was because I was trying to put Credillia in there, and I really wanted to play with Credillia.
I do remember, yes.
Santi used it to qualify for PC3 and was like in the top 100 players with it.
Well, that's because Santi's good. I'm not Santi, Carl, okay? Can we talk about how they've never given Jinx an evolution, and I feel super bad about that?
Like going from Jinx to something else?
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Okay,
actually.
Because we have Magmortar, and we have Electivire, and both of them got babies as well, which Jinx did, but it never got the evolution. And I feel like Jinx needs an evolution because it's been power crept at this point.
Okay, I've been avoiding this subject for a while just because I hate talking about Glastrier, just because I don't really like Glastrier.
You can grab Spectrier as well. We'll just... Hey, did you know the horses are good?
Yeah, they're real hard to play against.
Honestly, yeah, they are actually obnoxious to play against.
You gotta have dark coverage for Spectre, you gotta have multiple coverage moves for Glastrier.
You need to be able to hit it on multiple angles all at the same time while also being able to live hits from it while it Dynamaxes because it's going to be slower than you and they can Trick Room up reliably on their teams and it does a lot of things and it's
Breathe! Glastrier is a problem. Like, if you had to pick a Pokemon that you must have an answer to, this is probably the top of the list.
It is legitimately probably the Mon that is going to see the most play in this series.
Yeah.
That, like, this is something that I did in the early days of Series 8. I'm just like, okay, my Restricted's already taken. Here's my Glastrier.
Yeah.
This does a ton of things. It is a Dynamax target outside of Trick Room. Inside of Trick Room, it's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, even if you're not playing a Trick Room team, slap it on there.
Both Gigas and Glastrier kind of just fill these. I have my restricted filled. Here's my second restricted.
Honestly, yeah.
And that's what they do best. Is they both fill these. Here's my second restricted role. One of my first teams for Series 9 was Glastrier, Dusclops, Gigas, Weezing, Thundee, Spectrier. It was all white and purple. It was hilarious. And it worked for a little bit and kind of just realized that I can't really play Glastrier and Gigas at the same time on the same team. They don't fit together very well.
No, both of them are super submissible to burn, which is honestly one of the ways that you can beat both of those mons.
Yes.
Either fast burn or, if you can have priority Will-O-Wisp, you're golden. The problem is you don't get priority against Weezing, against Gigas, so you have to be faster than it. So that is something to be mindful of.
There you are.
Yeah, give me the...
So...
Zap.
Zap's a solid team member. Terrakion, you must have an answer. You probably need to have an answer for Beat Up.
Yeah, it's really simple. You speed swap your Mudsdale.
Not everyone's going to play that.
Well, that's their problem, not mine.
Redirection, I've talked about it in the deep dive again. Redirection's really good. Being faster than the Beat Up user's really good. If you can somehow manage to survive a Terrakion hit and then take it out in the backswing, that's also an option. It's going to be your Dynamax, and you're going to probably be at 20% HP
You're
afterwards.
going to need to be bulky.
I think Tapu Fini might be able to survive most of them.
The Fini set I was playing this week was max HP, max special attack, and you could live a max Quake from +4 if you Dynamaxed.
Terrakion. You said max HP.
Mm-hmm.
Which this one is. Dynamax. Attack. That's +2. I need to be +4.
You should be able to.
You live max Quake, you almost live max Rockfall. It's a 50-50.
Oh, I always forget it's rock and not ground. Dude, because it looks like a ground type.
Fun fact, if you just go bold instead of modest with no defense investment, you live the Rockfall. You don't get to Oko it, but...
Oh, no, you're definitely not.
You're never going to Oko it, though.
Especially because they are, they can be Life Orb, they can be Assault Vest, they can be White Herb. That was the one I played against. Is I went in for Intimidate, and they're like, alright, here's my White Herb.
252 Life Orb almost picks up the KO.
On...
Terrakion.
Is that 252 plus or 252?
That's 252.
So 252 plus gets you there.
252 plus gets you there, but then you have to play the 50-50 game with Rockfall.
But see, they're faster than you, so they quake.
If they quake, they live anyway. But Rockfall picks up the KO. Can pick up the KO.
But see, Carl, they're not big brain. They don't know their calcs, so they're gonna quake to get their special defense boost. And that's when you switch into your Rotom Heat.
And you get them. Exactly. That's the other way you do it, is you just make their Dynamax do nothing. Play Rotom Heat, a Ghost type, and what's 4 times resistance rock?
Rock and ground. So you play Rhyperior.
Yeah.
Which then baits the fighting attack.
Then you switch to Dusclops. You just ally switch.
We're gonna be that kind of monster today.
Yes, we are. Anything else in here? Heatran. Oh, Raikou.
Mm-hmm.
Raikou, get up here. Raikou, the undefeated draft league Pokemon. It didn't lose. It did not lose a game at Playden.
Sick.
Up till Top Cut, it did not lose a single game at Playden.
Oh, this is for you, not.
No, this is in our draft league. And the stats. If I remember correctly, Raikou didn't lose a game until Top Cut.
Well, that's because Raikou is really good, man.
Yeah.
I need to shiny hunt that thing. But I need to do it.
Purina.
So I told Carl, who has been working on my SP for 2.5 months at this point.
I gotta wait on buttons again.
And this thing has gone through, like, what feels like 14 power switches at this point.
Yeah.
In reality, it's been 2.
It's because they take so long to get here.
But yeah, I told Carl today that the first thing I do when I get it actually fixed is I'm going to shiny hunt Groudon and Rayquaza, which I really don't need the Rayquaza because I already have 2. But I don't have Rayquaza the Hoenn Champion, which is super important. That's super critical.
I'm just moving some of these other Pokemon that are kind of just like, on the borders of solid and filler.
Latios?
Latios, maybe. Latios is like, I have Simple Beam.
Like some of these that are unranked, you could probably throw in like niche. Like the bottom 3 tiers, I feel like you could just like
fill with random Pokemon and
literally it'd be okay.
I probably would rate Heatran higher than that.
Yeah, I like Heatran up in solid.
Heatran's a very good fire and steel type if you need that and you don't want to play.
Nihilego.
Yeah, I was looking for it. There it is. It's got the weird color thing on it.
Is its head supposed to be clear?
Yes.
Because it's a jellyfish.
Yes.
Okay. See, in the game, it doesn't ever show it like that.
Exactly. That's why I had a hard time looking for it.
Veramosa you could probably put in, like, okay territory.
Cresselia gets to come back and be a thing again.
I know. I'm pretty sure Sweet has started testing for the qualifier this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And, like, he's been playing with Pheromosa Glastrier again. It's like, Sweet, please. Please.
You're gonna leak all of Carter's tech.
You're playing the wrong horse.
Latios is really good, actually.
I like Latios.
Latios is a good filler. It's Tailwind, it's Bulldoze.
Does it do something with Gigas?
No.
It does. Okay.
You were saying that the entire. I was watching that.
Like, this does something, right?
No.
And then I'm over here looking at his removal on my second screen. I'm like, I'm not seeing anything.
It doesn't do anything. It's
but
Latios.
I feel like I've seen this before.
It's Latios.
Which gets
Simple Beam.
Okay, so I was right.
Just the wrong one.
Kinda.
It's just the wrong one. They were playing the wrong one.
Okay. I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before, and I should know what it does, and I don't know what it does.
Do you want to talk about Galarian Zapdos?
Yeah, we'll talk about Gyarados. It's fine.
It's fine. It's a good...
It is worse than Thundurus, but, like, it also fills different roles in Thundurus.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, it doesn't, because, like, they're both defiant physical attackers that are flying that are also... Like, I mean, it's okay.
Reggie Steele.
It's okay. I like Reggie Steele as a Pokemon. I wish it... Oh, hey, Among Us.
Where are you? Where are you?
Under Chansey.
Ah, there you are. Get in here. Get in there. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good Pokemon to play on your team if you need a grass type. You just don't know. If you need a grass type and you can't play Venusaur and you don't want to play Riolu or Kartana.
Or you need, like, a Trick Room answer, or, like, you need redirection.
Fun fact, it's a very good Glastrier answer.
You speed type Glastrier. And then you go, please don't be Goggles.
Yeah.
Focus Sash, please don't be Goggles.
Exactly, that was exactly it. It's Focus Sash, please don't be Goggles. Which a lot of the Glastriers aren't ever Goggles. Lum is the scary one. Lum is when you gotta worry.
Yeah, that is. And see, that's when you double up into it with Will-O-Wisp and Sleep.
Yeah.
You're like, alright, well, if one won't work, the other will.
Suicune, get up here.
It's alright. It is definitely playable.
It is a filler Pokemon. It is a bulky water type that has access to Tailwind for some reason, that does Scald things, and...
It's like the
Inner
mon I
Focus.
think of when I hear the move Scald.
Yeah. Like, Inner Focus is really good on it, so things like that, just think about.
You can throw Sableye up somewhere.
Yeah, where is it?
It's higher up. You scroll past it. Next to Weavile there. Also Sneasel.
Yeah.
On your right.
There it is.
Yep. It's okay.
I would actually put it probably here for series 7 and 9 purposes. I would probably put it here. Because the combo is this one. This is the combo.
Yeah, but Sableye is worse than Whimsicott because you get Tailwind. So you can outspeed other Charizards when they bring in their Torkoal. Carl, as a man who's played this, I understand. I know how this works.
But you get to quash people.
Yeah.
Sableye is really good.
And then it dies.
Sableye is bulkier than you think it is.
It dies, Carl.
No, it doesn't. It actually survives a lot.
I know, and it irritates me. But it has Prankster Will-O-Wisp, which is probably like the best thing that it can do.
Prankster Will-O-Wisp and Prankster Quash. Those are the best things it can do, probably. Plus, just it's a Sunny Day if you need to do something.
It can also Sucker Punch?
Yes, I think so.
I believe so.
Pretty sure.
I know it gets Fake Out.
Yep, that's another one.
But past that, I really don't know.
Want to talk about our babies before we go?
I want them to be so good, man. They're not, but I want them to be.
Swampert gets Wide Guard.
Yeah, but that's not nearly as important in this format. You're just ranking Swampert higher so you can say yours is better. This isn't fair.
Swampert gets Wide Guard.
Uh-huh.
We don't have to worry about a million things knocking us out. We're only really weak to Riolu.
Only weak to one of the highest ranking mons on the tier list.
But that's it.
That has priority and one-shots you.
But that's fine.
You and I have different opinions on the word
I can play around that. Otherwise, Blaziken
dies to a ham sandwich.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You hit Protect, and then you're faster.
No, and then Aleki still blows you up.
Protect again.
That doesn't work. You gotta hope for that roll then at that point. Finish out the episode. Who do you want to finish on? Anybody
something
left?
Spicy.
Something spicy. Hot take.
Hot take. We already talked about Rhyperior. That's about as spicy as I'm going to get, I think.
I know what'll get your juices going. Where does Durant go?
That's actually not what I was going to even talk about. Durant's okay. It is really submissible to Intimidate, which I think people have finally caught on that this is the best ability in the game for doubles.
Yeah.
But like you can run White Herb, which then sucks because you're not doing nearly as much damage as you would be against Life Orb. But I think if you like are able to ignore exactly that one stat boost, it works out in the long run for White Herb. Mm-hmm. I would need to do math, but I think it works out fine. I don't know.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna end this here. Pick one of these and tell me why it's good.
Aerodactyl.
Where does it go?
It is going under niche. I want it to be good, but it's not higher than that.
Okay. Why is it in there?
So you have access to Tailwind, which is really important. I need to look up Aerodactyl. It's something that I was working on in Series 8, I believe.
Yeah.
Aerodactile.
Fun fact, the Pokemon I was going to pick is also a fossil.
Is yours... let's see. Oh yeah, it's Tradili. Why am I not surprised?
Why are you not surprised?
So let's see. Did you know Aerodactyl has access to... so we have Fast Tailwind, which is good.
Yeah.
Fast Taunt, which is good.
It's a 130, so it ties Jolteon, Crobat.
You're the, I believe, second fastest Mon in Gen 1 behind Electrode.
Yeah.
I believe it's Electrode, and then Aerodactyl and Jolteon are speed tied.
Mm-hmm.
You have Rockhead, which is kind of whatever. You also have Unnerve. Like, hidden ability Unnerve is not the worst thing ever.
That's not terrible, but it's not... Unnerve was really good in Series 8 because it just came attached to a second ability. But Unnerve by itself isn't that
Okay,
good.
so if you have the option of Unnerve, Rockhead that you're probably not going to use, and Pressure, like, Unnerve is probably the best of those three.
Unnerve and Pressure kind of just sit there. You could get people who don't PP max their mons with Pressure, though.
You can.
Like Blast Burn Charizards that are just like hitting everything next to it. You could just turn them into a 2-turn move or a 3-turn move.
We get Meteor Beam.
Yeah.
Does that do anything for you?
No, not really.
You also, like, the big thing that was really good for Series 8 is you have Wide Guard, which is still fine in Series 9, but it's not nearly, like, you don't have Kyogre and Groudon and
Spectrier and Glass, like the Glastrier forms and things like that.
Like, you have Weather, like, you can set Weather with Rain Dance and Sunny Day? Oh, Sandstorm. And Sunny Day. Weird!
Yep.
You're also Fast Bulldoze.
Yep.
So, like, you have a lot of things working for you, but, like, the big problem with it is you're pretty frail.
Aleki just eats you alive.
Which, you get to fake them out once with, Wide Guard for Electro Web, and they're like...
Get him the first time, but after that, you never get him again.
I'm catching on to what you're doing.
But the trick is you Wide Guard, kill the Aleki.
Exactly.
That's the trick. And that's why this is good.
You're immune!
I don't care.
You're not baiting it out!
No, but my other Pokemon might be.
No! Then they just They just... Stupid. Your reasonings are stupid, Carl.
Get up here. So...
That's very fair. Cradily is way better than Aerodactyl.
It's like, Cradily is Storm Drain. It is a grass and rock type, so a lot of its weaknesses that you think it would normally have aren't. You're weak to Steel, Ice, Poison. I think that's it.
That sounds correct.
Because you're neutral to ground, neutral to fire.
Neutral to fighting.
Neutral to fighting, right?
Yep.
No, you're weak to fighting.
No. Grass resists.
Does it?
I'm
pretty sure it's poison resists fighting.
I know that one. I'm pretty sure grass does.
That doesn't help me.
Thanks, whatever random article we just read.
There we go.
I think so.
Water, electric, grass, and ground.
Oh, okay.
So fighting is still super effective. Like, I'm pretty sure fighting is still super effective. But so it's fighting, steel, ice, and what was the other one I said?
Poison?
Poison. That's the other one. But those are all like ice, steel, and fighting are all fairly common. Poison you don't have to worry about too terribly often.
Poison's important because Feeny is running around, so your Venusaurs are probably going to switch back to Sludge Bomb if they were off it for whatever reason. So that is something to be
They were off it for Weather Ball to beat other Venusaurs.
Yep, which probably not going to be the case anymore.
It depends on what the format. Depends on what the format is like.
You very well could see it.
Yeah,
but
if you pair it with a different way to beat Feeny, then it's probably fine. Like most of these Sun teams are probably just going to slap Reggie Lecky back in.
Honestly, I mean, you still beat Feeny with just fine Lash.
Yeah,
but I like the
boost your special attack.
Exactly, I like to boost them.
But Cradily is really cool. It's just like you slap an Assault Vest on it, you get Meteor Beam, you get Giga Drain, you get Poison moves, you get Ground type coverage and Earth Power. So Cradily is like this. If you want Storm Drain but don't want to play Gastrodon, or like you already have water coverage, you don't need more water coverage, Cradily is there for you. It kind of fits that role. So yeah, Cradily is my top pick for sleeper pick for Series 9. This thing's going to be really good.
Tiff found scrolling through Facebook, found a YouTube video entitled "All 215 Pokemon in New Pokemon Snap." Can you tell me who made this video 9 hours ago?
A-Drive?
Incorrect.
Who other clickbaity could do it?
I actually don't even think that's that hot of a clickbait title.
Well, no, I'm just thinking who would do it? Who clickbait PokeTuber would do it? Already, I can't think of anything.
Austin John.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
as soon as I saw the video title, I'm like, I guarantee that's who this is without even clicking on the video.
Yeah. So, tier list.
It's alright.
I wish we could have got through the rest of this.
There's a lot of nonsense here.
But, like, there's, like, random things like Crobat, Nidoking,
Nidoking's
Volcarona.
I want Tyrantron to be good, but it won't.
Luxray. There's a lot of good, like, draft Pokemon that we've come to appreciate because of draft.
Exactly.
And they're just not good in VGC.
Things like Leafeon come to mind. Physical Chlorophyll is kind of sweet, but...
Yeah, it's just like you're a Leafeon still.
Okay, that's rude.
We missed Riolu.
That's because Riolu sucks.
No.
Yeah.
Prankster coaching. Prankster Copycat to set Trick Room. Prankster coaching. Still has Fake Out. Still has Vacuum Wave and Bullet Punch.
Alright, you're dead.
I'm just saying. It still
You died of Fake Out, Carl.
It still does these things. Well, that's a good chunk of most of these Prankster mons.
Yeah, but how many of them run Protect? A non-zero amount of them.
At this point, if you run Protect on Whimsicott, that means you're just too scared.
I don't want to talk about it. They always have it, man.
Yeah, the ones you don't expect to have it always have it. And when you don't, when you think they do, they never do.
Yep.
That's the best bait in the world. Okay, well, that's about it for this tier list. We'll have it pinned down below if you guys want to go make your own or check out ours.
Ours is, I don't think this one is nearly as definitive as our other ones that we've done.
Yeah,
this was granted, there are probably like another 100 Pokemon we didn't even talk about.
Yeah.
Just because this is literally every Pokemon legal in the format. Yeah.
Which there's Ultra Beasts we haven't touched on, but most of the Ultra Beasts didn't make an impact like the ones we talked about did.
Yeah, for the most part, I think we talked about all the important ones. Like Buzzwole's cool, but meh.
I love Nagadonel, but meh. Like, if I was going to play a Poison Dragon, I'm going to play Drugalgi because I can do Trick Room things.
I can't remember what Aaron Zeng refers to as Naganadel as. There was something there, like when it first got introduced in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, that he was playing it, and he did not refer to it as its original name because he wasn't sure how to pronounce it. No, he referred to it as Barney.
I'm about to say it's probably Barney. If I was going to pick a name for it, it'd probably be Barney.
I couldn't remember what it was, but yeah, it's definitely Barney.
So either Barney or Bumblebee, one of the two. Okay.
Yeah, I feel okay. Like, it's not the most definitive list we've ever made, but I'm satisfied with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is like what this is going to be. This was more of a process of, okay, what do we think's very good? What do we think is okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Things you can get away with putting in your team, so on and so forth.
Things that, hey, you could probably play this if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But, meh.
Okay, well, outside of that, make sure you sign up for the Rumble.
Yep, those signups are live. They will be live until...
Probably Wednesday morning. Whenever you want to turn them off.
Yeah, Wednesday morning. I'm going to be streaming Wednesday morning.
Yeah, you have a crowd control Pokemon set.
Dude, I am so excited for this. So, for those of you who don't know what crowd control is, it is a system put together by Warp World, which, without going too in-depth, basically allows the viewers to interact with the game and either help or hurt the streamer.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to Pokemon, there's probably like 300 different things you can actually do. Anything from make me fight wild Pokemon, to give me free Pokemon, to here's all these items, to... Alright, well,
fill the box full of Metapods.
Suddenly we're teleporting you to Bill's Cottage for the 14th time. So...
I would be down for that.
I'm super excited for it. So if that is something up your alley and you want to see involved, that's going to be going on Wednesday morning, probably about 9:30 CST. Is when I'm going to be starting it. It's all the same, man.
No, actually it's not.
It's basically the same.
Nope. According to everyone outside of Daylight Savings Time, it's not. Because they mean different things to people like in Singapore and Europe.
Alright, fine.
I found that out the other day.
Is there another CST?
No, it's because not everyone recognizes daylight savings
Oh,
time.
okay, gotcha. Now, okay.
So when we change our time, nobody else does.
That's
it's
fair.
just
That's fair.
Theirs are still the same, so it depends on UTC's
Yeah,
stuff.
so CDT to our international viewers. I'm super excited, man.
I'm
I
excited
hope
for you.
it goes over well. So the way it works is you redeem bits for coins, and that revenue comes to me.
Yeah.
At least a non-zero amount of it. I'm pretty sure Warp takes a non-zero cut, but
Warp World probably takes a little bit off the top, but not like Twitch would for like donations and whatnot.
You can also redeem channel points for coins now. So, like, for those of you who have been hoarding coins forever, and just for coming in and hanging out, you get 50 free coins.
Sweet.
So, like, you literally get coins for just showing up.
So just show up, and then you can mess with Carter's game.
Correct. You can help me and give me, Great Balls, which I actually have Great Balls and Ultra Balls priced at the exact same price, because in red, they are the exact same.
That's actually cute. I like that. But let's be honest here, no one's going to help you.
No.
No, they're all here to mess with you.
I posted this on a couple different Discords, and one of my buddies goes, how much to screw you over and fill up your PC with Metapods? I'm just like, you don't want to know that. I think it came out to 240 Pokemon were available, because there's 14 boxes and each hold 20. I believe is how it comes out, so
Something
it's
like
280. That. He's like, alright, I'm doing it. I'm like, if you want to, man, I am more than willing to let you.
You'd have to sit there and release Pokemon.
Nope, I don't care.
But you can't catch Pokemon.
Don't care. I don't need to catch more. I have my team of Metapods.
Okay. Can you make Pokemon stop evolving with it?
There is actually a setting that forces Pokemon to evolve.
Oh.
So if you pay to have my third Pokemon in my party evolve, it has to evolve. Otherwise, I can cancel evolutions.
I was going to say, is there a thing to where if you want somebody to evolve and you can cancel it?
If it levels up by me doing it, yes, I can.
Well, can they? What I was wondering.
No. Because I think that's too specific of a thing of cancel next evolution. I think is probably a little too specific.
Well, then we need to just make a channel point reward for it.
I might actually do that.
There we go.
I might actually do that.
Yeah, that's going to be on Twitch, twitch.tv/MrMissouri25.
So that's up your alley. Please come hang out. I'm so excited. This is something I've been wanting to do for
a while.
Like a year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw that Warp World finally got Pokemon Red involved, I'm just like, snap it up deal.
Let's go.
And it's actually the only one they have available right now. And I would love to see them expanded out to, the first 3 gens.
I would love to play, a Gen 2 crowd control.
I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to beat the game.
I don't think you're going to be able to. I think everyone's just going to mess with you and no one's going to.
I know when Shin did it, he did not beat the game. And he went for, 3 hours.
Yeah.
And he's just like, alright, we're done. But he was also doing it as a charity stream.
Yeah.
Which, depending on how this one goes over, it is something I've considered doing. Just like, alright, playing this a month in advance, and Tiltify has a program set up where all the coins that are bought through them for that stream are donated to directly that charity.
Well, that's nice.
And there's 100 different charities that they legitimately, Warp World has said they're adding a new charity basically every day.
Well, there you go.
So
make this one a success so we can do charity events.
That might be something that you and I do together.
Oh, good.
Just like a charity, dual aggro's crowd control stupidness stream. That is something that people will come and flock to, I feel like.
Yeah.
So.
Plus be for a good cause, which would be
exactly. Great. It would be basically my way of saying, yeah, this is successful.
Yep.
So. That's my plans for the next week. I'm going to play a little bit of Snap when that comes in. Because unfortunately I'm getting my copy pre-ordered. And what sucks is the last game I pre-ordered through them, they shipped out in advance, so it arrived on the day it came out.
And this one's going to show up 2 days later.
It'll probably be here Monday, if I had to guess.
I'm debating on picking it up from Walmart or currently just going and just buying the digital copy.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could literally download it tonight.
Yeah, that's like the situation I'm in. It's like, do I download it tonight so I know I have it, or do I go check Walmart first and then download it tomorrow sometime?
Honestly, you want my opinion? Digital copy, download it tonight, play in the morning.
I like having hard copies of
Dude, trust me, I do too. I love having hard copies. I love having the case.
Yeah. And I won't be able to play in the morning. I gotta be at work in the morning.
Yeah,
I'll be able to play it. That's why I was like, if I have to go to work anyway, and then just go and check Walmart after I get off work, it's just like no skin off my teeth.
That's true.
No skin off my teeth.
And worst case scenario, they don't have it. You come home and download it.
Yeah. What am I doing this week? Website. That's what I'm doing this week.
Yeah, you're building a website.
So if it's not live yet, it'll probably be live sometime at the end of the week or beginning of next week. Sometime, hopefully. We're getting the website built up right now, so that's fun.
Yeah, we definitely involved.
We as
in
in me and probably Tim.
I am definitely involved. I add support by saying yes, I like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm after. It's just like I need people to tell me what to put in. It's like once I know what to put in, it's no big deal.
I know you messaged me like, all right, I'm a little overwhelmed. Give me a list to work on.
Yeah, give me things to do.
Here's like 12 things. Have fun. Have fun figuring all this out because I don't know how to do it.
Which we got a good chunk of it done.
Yeah, for sure. I know.
I got an Arcanine button to work. I got our RSS feed in there. I need to do some cleaning up of it though, make it look pretty. I was working on getting an Anchor button to work, so it takes you directly to Anchor.
Need a Pandora button probably too.
I can't get the images to where I can actually use them on the site.
Is it because it's copyrighted?
It's because of where they're saved at. Because it's in a Google Drive, and the website can't see that Google Drive.
Can you just download the still image?
I'd have to be able to pull it from my PC, and that's something I haven't figured out how to do yet because it's using Google Sites. Because the embeds are weird.
Okay, so can you download the image and then upload it to your private Google Drive?
Probably. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it some, because I need to get the Pandora button done. I was going to do a Google and an Apple button, but Apple's kind of weird with their logos and stuff, so I'm kind of afraid of that one.
Whatever. Probably Spotify.
I figured out how to do YouTube embeds now, so I can embed playlists if I want to. I'm going to put all the deep dive PowerPoints as an accessible thing on there. Yeah, it's going to be great. I figured out how to do calendar events. I figured out how to do the point totals for the qualifiers, which that'll be on there all the time now.
I'm assuming that's just like building a database and having it like...
It's as simple as having a table. Just building a spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's as simple as just having a table, either making a CSS table and updating it manually, or making a Google Sheet that we just update, and it just updates on the website.
You know what you're doing.
Yep.
You said a lot of words there. I'm just like
Carter's just
those are English, yes.
But yeah, that's probably my plans for this week. Also playing in the Rumble. I gotta get this team built.
I gotta get my team built, which I'll get with you to get some stuff from you.
Yep.
Without giving stuff away, because that's what I'm gonna be playing for laddering next week. So I'm gonna do an episode with my team, the Rumble, and I might split that into two depending on how the Rumble actually goes. Otherwise, it was just
depending on turn out a Rumble.
Here's the Rumble. Cool.
Well, Rumble's gonna be 4 rounds max, and then top cut. Because that way otherwise Rumbles would run into freaking 1-2 a.m. and we're not doing that.
So if my 4 rounds go well and I make top cut might be day 2 or whatever. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. I think that's it. We've rambled on long enough here. We're almost out. We're over an hour and a half.
Great.
Sounds good.
I'm sure people love us hearing us ramble here at the end.
Yeah, they probably tuned out about 30 minutes ago, let's be honest.
They started hearing me talk about what I'm doing, and they're just like, no one cares.
Don't care. Get us out of here.
Alright, so if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, comment down below how terrible our tier list is and why you would put, what's a mod we didn't put on the tier list? Why you would put Aroma Teas in.
There you go.
in the
Slurpuff.
There we go.
The nasty food Pokemon.
I can't believe you didn't rank my favorite Pokemon X. How could you? Never watching again. Actually, we don't get any hate mail.
Yeah, we gotten 2 dislikes in the past week. Which is nice to like.
We're moving up in the world.
Yeah, people don't like us, which is nice to see. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below about your favorite Pokemon that we didn't talk about.
And why we're terrible people for it.
Yep. What else? Discord.
Our Discord's great. Come and join that. That's how you play in the Rumbles and the qualifiers and how you interact with Carl and I on the daily. That's always done in the show notes. Follow us on Twitter at LR Lessons, myself at Mr. Missouri25, Carl at musical_33. Carl and I are both on Twitch, like I talked about, for 20 minutes or whatever. I'm going to be streaming this week. Come check that out. I'm super excited. Carl will probably be in chat moderating and probably just harassing me, to be 100%
I'll be at work, but I'll be probably watching.
Yeah, you'll be harassing me. So, Carl's also on Twitch at Musical, so go and drop a like, follow, sub over to him. He's great. His content's great if and when he streams.
Yeah. Got a lot of other things going on. And I think that's it.
That sounds right. If you're not listening on YouTube, go and do that. And because our YouTube channel, we have all kinds of stuff going up every week. And you'll get to see stuff for Pokemon Snap this Sunday.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are trying to go in blind, you can watch Carl play it yourself.
Yeah, you can watch me play it blind because I'm playing it blind.
That was what I was going to originally do tomorrow when my copy came in. I'm just going to be stealing views from ourselves.
Yeah, just don't.
Like, why would I do that? Nah, people will watch it Sunday. It'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that's going to be it, I think.
Yep.
So, have a fantastic week, everyone. We'll be back later in the week for all kinds of stuff, and we'll see you then. So, have a good one. Peace.